Hello and welcome back to SJ Cartier Limited Convos. And we're going to go into the part two as I've been to the toilet now. So, yeah. Is having an England flag the issue or the racist opinions behind it the main issue? And I'm going to now focus on some of the posts that I've seen on Google about people actually having their flags taken down and give my opinions on this actual situation. So, a man has been arrested after a video was shared online of St George's Cross being painted on homes in Essex and a woman being racially abused. The clip appears to show two men painting red crosses on the white walls of flats above a parade of shops in Whitmore Way in Basildon, Essex. A third person films the men painting a young girl, and a young girl can be seen watching. At one stage in the video, racist abuse can be heard when a woman who is wearing a headscarf passes nearby with some children. So, that is my main concern with this issue, this energy of, oh, let's show our solidarity, let's show our pride as being English, because it is actually bringing out the racism in some of the English people that have felt that they haven't been able to speak up or say exactly how they feel for a certain period of time. And even for people, we don't know who this person is. So, for example, my partner wears a headscarf. We are Muslim. My partner is born in England. So, if that was her walking by and she took any kind of racial slur towards her for that, I would be then aggrieved. She'd be upset. She'd be in her feelings. I'd be really upset as well. And for her just walking by, that is not something I should expect because you're trying to show English pride. Because that is just you being racist to someone wearing a headscarf. And those kind of stories are the scary stories as to why I am kind of against people waving the flag, to be extremely honest. As I said in the previous video, the St. George's flag represents St. George, who was Assyrian, and the United Kingdom flag is basically brought because who was it? Because of sorry about this, King James the Sixth becoming actually an English king as well, and which made him the first King James of England. And that's why we became the United Kingdom, because King James the Sixth was Scottish, and because he is now part of England, he made the English and the Scottish flag as one, and made the first United Kingdom flag. So with either of them flags, it doesn't show any kind of English. It shows British, but it doesn't show English pride. Yeah, in my opinion, as an English person. And then for an actual English person to be racially having slurs thrown at them when they're just walking by shows the mentality of a high percentage of people waving the flag. I'm not going to say everybody. I'm going to say a high percentage. And the reason I say a high percentage, because even if 50% of these people are doing it for that reason and 50% aren't, of that other 50% that aren't, 30% of them will become followers. And without even knowing what they're saying and what they're doing and how they're acting, they are now acting in a racial way. Another one I'm reading, because I'm going to go through a few ones that I'm reading here on my phone. So this one is from the Daily Mail. And this one is the latest flashpoint has seen a crowd visiting the Manor Farm pub in Birmingham, barred from entering for sporting the flags. At first, the man behind the camera appears to be told by security on the door that people sporting the symbol cannot drink at the establishment thanks to a simple rule by management. A senior member of staff then arrives at the entrance and confirms that the person recording the video must take off his England flag if he wants to be served. She tells the group that she understands why people might be upset by the rule, but it reiterates the pub's position on that matter. The YouTuber filming the clash then asked what would happen if he wore an England football shirt or a Palestinian flag at the boozer, at which point the pub employee escalates the situation and asks him to leave. She threatens to call the police if they remain on the premises any longer. So, for me, there's 2 points to this one here. The first point is I don't think that is valid why they should not be able to enter the pub to go and have a drink because they have an England flag. I don't think that's right. I think waving it around and patrolling on the streets with your England flag and painting flags along the streets just to show you're in England or you're English, that is the problem. If someone has an English flag and they are coming to the pub with their English flag and they've been to somewhere, then they've got it with them. They've only come to a drink. They're not come here to go and publicly share the England flag. But then on the other hand, I can actually look at it as a normal human being and understanding when we go to certain establishments, we are advised not to wear, especially when it comes to football, not to wear specific club t-shirts or national club t-shirts. And the reason is that could be seen as you are, it's not that it could be seen as something, it could make someone see you as something and judge you for what you have. So if I walk around with my Liverpool top in an area that's predominantly Everton, it's going to be not respected. If I walk around Manchester with a Liverpool top, I may not be respected, and it may make someone say something to me because I have my Liverpool top on. Day to day, people aren't going to say this, but there's the odd one or two people that may, and that's the one or two people that I believe this pub is reiterating that we'd prefer not to have any issues with you bringing the flag in because somebody could take it as you're trying to be a certain type of person, whether you are or you aren't, and that could cause a problem in their establishment. They are fully in their rights to make that judgment. Obviously, with me, I understand the judgment, but as I said in my first point, I don't agree with it because people have to just pull up with what people are. And as a black man, I'm used to being judged just being black. So for what you're wearing, for how you dress. So for me, a football shirt is the same as being judged because I'm wearing a tracksuit and not wearing a suit. So there should be no judgment in what you're wearing and what you're carrying amongst you, as long as it's not illegal. And it's not illegal to actually share your flag, as I searched on Google as well. So Google, when it's asked whether it is illegal to share your flag or representation, says no, it's not illegal to display an England flag, the St. George's Cross in England, but you must ensure the flag is displayed safely, does not obstruct road signs or traffic, and you have permission from the site owner. You don't need consent to fly a national flag, but a local planning authority can ask you to remove it if it possesses a danger or causes an obstruction. So basically, in your own properties that you own, you can wear your own flags and display your own flags because you're English and that's who you want to display. If I'm Jamaican and I'm driving in my car and I've got a Jamaican flag up, I don't expect no one to judge me for driving with my Jamaican flag. So no one should be judged for driving with their England flag or putting up their England flag in their house, because that is a point that I actually agree with some people. They are pointing out, and this is something that our daughter said yesterday, in it, where she pointed out that, or was it today? Because we had a couple of conversations about it yesterday and today, where she pointed out that there was a woman in London and she was walking with her England flag and the police took it from her, and people were walking past her with a Palestinian flag and they didn't take it from her. Now that is abysmal for me, because very right, she's English, she's got her flag. She could keep her flag and wave her flag as much as she wants. That's not the issue. The issue is what you come with when you are waving that flag. Are you waving that flag literally for pride, even though it's not an English flag? Yeah, St. George was not English. I'm going to keep reiterating that. He was not English. So whether you're waving this St. George flag to prove you are British, that is up to you. Some people may laugh at you and think, oh, go on. But as I said to you just then, some of us may wave a Jamaican flag. Loads of people went carnival yesterday and were waving Jamaican flags. Were they not allowed to wave their Jamaican flags? Because that is a very fair point. You can wave whatever flag you want to wave because it's your flag and you're representing whatever you want to represent. The same way when Russia and Ukraine were just first going through the war and all the politics, loads of places had Ukraine flags up. Was that a crime then? No, because it's never a crime to wave your flag. But as I said in the previous bit with the Birmingham pub, this is their establishment. And if they want to keep the peace, they can make the decision that no football shirts or no England flags or any flags can come in their pub because it's their establishment. You can go to any other pub. You could probably find a pub around the corner with an England flag showing that will happily have you in there. So with this one here, it's a 50-50 because I disagree with any reason why anyone should feel any aggrievement to it, but people do. So because people do, I understand the people that own their establishment have the right to say whether or not they want that flag in there or not. It's very right. But the people that are doing it for racial reasons and actually wanting to just say, get all the immigrants out, even the ones born here, that is the issue. Their flags need to be taken because they ain't showing the pride of England anyway. England was born on visiting a lot of part of the Commonwealth. We were part of the Commonwealth. We were one of the originals of the Commonwealth. I will read the Commonwealth now. The modern Commonwealth of Nations was established in 1949 with the London Declaration, which recognised its members as free and equal nations associated in pursuit of peace, liberty, and progress. Its roots, however, go back to the 1931 Statute of Westminster, which established the British Commonwealth of Nations, a voluntary association of autonomous British dominions. So, the 1926 Balfour Declaration recognised the self-governing dominions of the British Empire as equal to one another. That's the British ones, that's England, Scottish, Wales and Ireland, yeah? Then the 1931, the Statute of Westminster, formalised the principle of equality for the dominions, marking the beginning of the British Commonwealth. Then in 1949, the London Declaration was signed by 8 countries, including India, the United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia, to form the modern Commonwealth. This declaration established the Commonwealth as a free association of independent and equal nations, with the British monarch as the symbolic head of the Commonwealth. So basically, the Commonwealth, from understanding why it's been put in place, is to show equal opportunities to everybody. And anybody that is part of the Commonwealth agrees to show equal opportunities to everybody within that Commonwealth or outside of that Commonwealth, regardless of whether that other country over there is part of it or not. So as a Commonwealth, and people are leaving their country for safety issues, they're not leaving here to come and actually do the vicious crimes that people born here do. They're leaving to get away from safety. Yeah? We have the right to share whatever flag we want to share and wave, because that's what our Commonwealth is part of. That's what England is. We respect everybody, regardless of who you are. Yeah? So, I kind of get why the pub owner does, but obviously, in the bigger standing of things, I disagree, because I say that could be seen as me coming in there with my Jamaican flag or Jamaican top, and I'm told I can't come in here because This pub doesn't allow that. I would not like that. This is representation of me, and you're telling me I can't come in your establishment because I'm representing me. But of course, they have their rights because some people may be aggrieved and it could cause a bigger problem within the pub. Another one I read, the initiative has been spread to towns and cities including Bradford, Newcastle. Tower Hamlets previously prided itself on displays of Palestine banners, but said any England flags attached to council property as part of an online movement called Operation Raise the Colours would be promptly removed. The initiative has spread in towns and cities including Bradford, Newcastle, Norwich, and Swindon, with activists putting up England and UK flags in defiance of council bans. Downing Street today backed people flying British or English flags in their local communities, although amid the ongoing rows between residents and some councils. Number 10 declined the comment to individual cases. I'm not even going to say why has he got a sir at the beginning of his name, this bloody guy. This guy, his name is Keir Starmer. I don't know why they've got that makes sense. Mr. Starmer, as official spokesman, said, I haven't asked him about specific cases or specific councils, but the PM has always talked about his pride in being British, the patriotism he feels. He's talked about that previously, and he's talked about it most recently when the Lionesses had their successful campaign in England. So basically, Keir Starmer agrees with flags should be shown because he's saying he's British and he's always been patriotic. Wow. That's kind of a powerful statement from our leader at the moment. It's quite a powerful statement. And it's a powerful statement. Is he trying to win fans because they're moaning at you? Why would he? They're all moaning at you for letting the immigrants in. So how are you now being patriotic by saying they should wave the flag? Aren't you contradicting yourself there, Mr. Starmer? What was the next one? I saw another one where they're talking about the Yorkshire incident now, and none of these videos I've actually seen on the socials, funnily enough. A video showing 3 people in North Yorkshire removing and stamping on a St George's flag has gone viral as council chiefs warn that painting flags on roundabouts is illegal and public safety hazard. The video, reportedly taken in Ripon, features 3 young women pulling the flag down from a lamppost. One of the women then throws it onto the floor and repeatedly jumps on it. Vehicles can be heard tooting their horns as the women take down the flag. The video has attracted thousands of views. Wow. Now, these 3 women were actually white women, funnily enough. And I'm going to get the 3 pictures up. There's one. There's 2. They are quite young, though, as well. But as I say, it's quite good that the young ones aren't being brainwashed by a lot of the elder generation. That's one thing I will say. But I am disgusted in that, to be extremely honest. I'm disgusted. And this is where I say, this is where we all have to be reasonable in what our thought plans exactly are. Because, as I say, I'm not really with the flag being put up on the lamppost. We're in England. Put it up outside your house. Put it outside your business. Put it on your car. Do whatever. Put it outside the pub, your own, whatever. You're in England. I'm English. Don't really bother me whether I see the flag or not. I said to my partner, yeah, even for other people, because this is something that shocked me that I heard on Loose Women. The Loose Women stated that one of them stated that just because you see a St. George's flag on a pub does not mean that you're going to get any fears or worries. Well, I'm telling you now, woman, a lot of these pubs displaying a St. George flag, there is a lot of problems in there, whether we want to talk about it or not, whether we want to talk about the community within that pub or not, because Me as a black man, I've been to them. I've grown up in a couple of them as a black man. Yeah. So I do know the cultures within there. So yeah, there is actually some worries. And when I said that to my partner, we don't drink alcohol now. We haven't drank alcohol for 5 years. And for her, did you go pubs anyway?
No.
You wouldn't go pubs anyway.
Mm-mm.
But what was your instinct if you had walked past a pub with a St. George's flag in the first instance? Just keep walking. Would that be your instinct whether it had a flag or not? Would you just keep walking if you was just outside a pub anyway?
I may not be as quick to rush past it. I feel the fact that there's a flag on the building makes me very uncomfortable.
Okay.
And I would rush.
And that's you as a mixed race woman, before you was Muslim, before you met me, with your kids, growing up in Hackney. That's your opinion of what you would have felt. So that's a woman feeling like that when she's walking past. So I was quite shocked to feel like someone on Loose Women panel, and I was quite shocked as well that none of the black women that go on that show were there for that question, because it would have been the perfect time to see their opinion on what they feel as well. And that's why I kind of rate the one of them on there. She talked it very honest and said, you know what, there is a certain, she doesn't feel that way, but she can understand what kind of atmosphere some people will feel. And the atmosphere that people will feel is that same atmosphere people will feel when we walk past the flags. That some people don't need to feel because they are English anyway. They're white as well. They're not even black. They're not even mixed race. They're white and they feel like this. So if they can feel like this, then obviously there's some kind of energy around there. So it's something to be aware of. Like, I'm against the flag just being shown for the sake of, oh, I'm English. Because I'll point out again, St. George was not English, he was Syrian. Some of the immigrants that they're trying to say not to come here now, the Syrians. It's quite funny that St. George is Syrian. But I'm not really with it. I'm not really with it. Like, I come out the train station the other day and I saw one just on some lamppost, and I'm thinking, why have you got an England flag on the lamppost? Put it on your car, put it in your house, put it on your business, because that's yours. No one's going to judge you for doing that there. Walk the street with your flag if it makes you feel comfortable. If it makes you feel comfortable. That's what makes you think you're English, then you do you. But when you're coming with slurs or you're coming with energy where you're trying to say get rid of the foreigners, whether they were born here or they've came here over the boats, that is where I have disagreement with. Because everybody has a freedom of speech. But when you have a freedom of speech that is judgmental of a one nation, and in fact, you're judging a group, you're not looking at individuals, it's disgusting. So, to give an understanding, if you can call someone a bloody immigrant PDF, yeah, then you can call the white man an English PDF. And that's where we want that similarity, me personally. I don't want you waving flags. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to you. Other than now you get to say what you want to say. But let's really put in a bit of work within the communities and actually show solidarity to the good people of England and the good people that are immigrants that are trying to get away. Let's show some solidarity and care for those instead of showing our pride by just thinking we're waving a flag and that means anything. Because a lot of people, as I say, are coming with slurs, as the pub in Birmingham could cause a problem in there. Some people could get hurt. And that's what's being caused from the flags being shown. And when you know that this is being caused by that, and then you're antagonizing by thinking we'll pull them up everywhere, there's an obvious reason why you're doing it. It's now gone past the fact of the immigrants, and it's gone straight to the point of you have a racial inclining to yourself that you want to protest and you feel the need you have to protest now because you feel you have the right to speak now, when in fact no racist, no judgmental person has any point of view for me. Anyone, whether you're white and racist to black people, whether you're black and racist to white people, whether you're from England and you're judgmental of every other country out there, or whether we go to every other country out there and they hate us. That's something we have to recognise. They don't like us in their countries either, but we go over there and terrorise them. I wonder how many of us cause more criminal act behaviours in other countries that compared to the immigrants that come over. I'd love to know the percentage. How many of us English get arrested when we're just on holiday for 2 weeks? And how many of these immigrants get arrested in 10, 20 years? Couple facts we should be looking at. Couple things we should be thinking about. Because these are the same people that are going to other countries with their racial inclining and acting up and getting drunk and doing whatever they're doing over there. These are the same people marching the streets. These are the same people that are behind this Tommy Robinson fool, quite frankly, who want to see England white. And that's it. England's far from white now. England's very multicultural. And if we only want the real English people here, can we not forget the Polish then? Can we not forget the Polish then? Or is it because of one thing? Is it because of one thing? And that's what I want to get out and understand. Why? People comment. Don't need you to subscribe. Just comment. What's your feeling? Why are you waving the flag? What makes you feel proud that you're waving the flag? Why are you proud for waving the flag? Did you realise St. George is Syrian? Do you want all PDFs out this country? White, black, Asian? Or do you only want the immigrant ones? Are we judging all the immigrants the same with one stick? The same way we should judge all the possibly chaplains or whatever that do child behaviours, or teachers that have done child things? The same. That's where we need some understanding, and we need some, what's the word? Independent thinking, and not sheep. Because that's what I'm seeing with these English flags. I'm seeing a load of sheep. Bah, bah. Just following, and realising they're getting trapped in their racial inclines that they've kept deep within. And getting caught out. So I did read a few different incidents there, funnily enough. The first incident, if I remember, so one of the incidents was the pub with the people walking in with the flag. And as I say, I agree with the pub person why they're saying it to bring peace to their pub, but I disagree with why they feel they have to bring peace, because they shouldn't have to. Anybody should be able to walk with their flag and no one should feel aggrieved. I disagree with the people ripping down the flags and stamping on them. I disagree with that. Because you're English as well, like, come on. Disagree with that, but then I disagree with them pulling them on the lamppost in the first place. You know what I'm trying to say? These are my real thoughts. And as I say, this is what SJ Cartier Limited Convos is about. Open, honest thoughts with me, SJ Cartier. So yeah, thank you for joining me today. Let me know what your feelings are. Have you got an English flag up? Why aren't you putting an English flag up? How do you feel when you walk past a pub with an English flag up? Whether it's a Great British one or a St. George one. How do you feel? So yeah, thank you for joining SJ Cartier Limited Convos today, and have a good day.